So a little bit different view today. I realized that I am actually filming on the Osmo Pocket 3. I am packing up my stuff and getting ready to leave to go to Panama for a week. I cannot wait to make videos there and take tons and tons of photos. So today I thought I would just, do a year in review. Let's go through and look at all the photos that I took with each camera, my favorites, go through them, and just, like I said, I did one last week for you guys. This one's for me.
No, no. A cup of tea.
Okay, I got everything going. I got it recording. We're going to start with, I guess, the first camera I owned in 2024, which is the Nikon Zf. One of my babies, one of my favorites. I love that camera. First photo taken in February of 2024 is this bad boy. You got natural leading lines with the hallway here. You got the light that's cutting right through the middle of it, giving you a further of a leading line. And it leads to this interesting subject at the end here with a nice reflection on the other side. Shows she's walking through the frame. Someone's going to work or someone along those lines. But I feel like it'd be a great stock photo for somebody, something like that. I enjoy it. Good photo. I'm a fan. All right, moving on. Seriously though, moving on. I shot this with the Nikon Zf in San Francisco. I heard the autofocus on the ZF was amazing, and I really wanted to test it with some panning shots to see if it could really nail the focus. And I experimented quite a bit with it, and this is probably one of my favorites out of the whole day. So different types of transportation. It's layered. The female rider is popping because I was focused on her and I was panning with her. I absolutely love the way this came out. Yeah, it's a great photo. Probably one of my favorites, dare I say. Another one I shot in San Francisco, same trip, Nikon ZF, at night, testing the low-level autofocus of the ZF. It's excellent, by the way. And it was a guy coming, he was looking at the menu, there's someone in the shop working. It clearly just tells exactly what's happening. Window shopper, someone cooking, they're open. Great colors. This is in Chinatown. Absolutely love this photo. One of my favorites. This is my wallpaper right here. This photo. I love this photo. I was in a shop with the ZF, morning time, prior to work, grabbing some coffee, had a ZF in front of me. I was getting ready to go out and start shooting, and I was like, wow, this is actually a really good composition with the coffee. The out of focus people are going into work or taking their kids to school. Definitely tells a story. I love this photo. No leading lines, no negative space. It's really more of a focal point. Pretty much in the center of the frame. Your eyes naturally go to it based on the focus. Nikon ZF, man. I'm telling you, that's a great camera. I've taken some of my favorite photos on the Nikon ZF. All right. This is probably my favorite Nikon ZF photo that I've taken so far. Light was hitting the window. It was hitting the subject. The underneath was starting to come into the shade. So there's a lot of shade on the top too, as well. So the light paints her perfectly. She's wearing green. There's green in the window. Yeah, it's a great photo. This is definitely a candidate for photo of the year, hands down. So Nikon ZF photo of the year is this one. Now we're going to move on to the next camera manufacturer that I shot with, which is the X100VI. And we're going to start with my night shoot in Phoenix. Now, this is another great photo because it tells a story. Guys at a street truck. He's window shopping. I had the diffusion filter on. I kind of like the way the glowing of the screen lights him up. Clearly tells a story. I like it. It's a good photo. And it was on the 106, and it was at night, and it focused. Say what? Now this guy, he's got a reflection here. Here, you got the light cutting through, clear leading lines going to the subjects. And I love the reflection. I love the blue skies, Rodeo Drives, tells you you're in Beverly Hills. This is like, this screams lunch hour in Beverly Hills, and I love it. This X106 was a great camera while I had it, and I probably should have never got rid of it, but you know what? That's another day. The story for another day. Another one, Beverly Hills window shopper, umbrella, pops of color with the purple, negative space with the dark light here. Great photo. This is definitely my candidate in the X100, I believe, but let's keep going. This is Union Station in LA. I love this photo. I love the silhouette. She tells a story. She's going to the train station. Colors are amazing. Another great photo. I love silhouettes, by the way. I love silhouette style photos. I'm going to have to cut this down. I'm already at 14 minutes, and I am into 2 cameras. I'm talking way too much. This is a photo I took in Beverly Hills with the X100VI at night. I just love the look of it. It's got this minimalist, black and white, vintage style look to it, and I just enjoy it. This would be a great like stock photo as well. I like the photo. I like it a lot. Let's move on to the Nikon FE, which is my film camera. I got this when I was in Florence, Italy, so the photos are all from Italy. I shot a roll of Portra 400 and absolutely fell in love with film photography again. This is at a winery in Florence. I love the vintage look of this photo. I love the muted colors. You can see the vineyard here with just all the green. The sky is just a beautiful photo. Just a beautiful photo. That's all it is. Next, we're in Rome. This is actually Kodak Ultramax with this roll. Onlooker, hanging out, waiting for something or somebody. I like the reflection. Not once, but twice. He's got 2 reflections in the window behind him. Lots of negative space here with the scooters and the dark part of the photo. I don't know. For a film photo, it's pretty awesome. This was shot in Phoenix on Fuji ISO 200 color. I just love the look of it, man. There's something about film. You tell me that these film photos can be replicated digitally, you're lying to yourself. They just can't be. I've taken this photo so many times with a digital camera and just deleted it because I'm like, this is not a worthy photo of anything. But on film, I don't know. I just love it. Also in Florence, guy with an umbrella walking. It's bright sunlight, sunny days. What are you doing? It actually rained like 30 minutes prior, to be honest with you. It just doesn't look like it. But I like this photo too. A little bit out of focus as well, but it's still a cool photo. I wish I would have gotten his reflection in the window, but I did not. It didn't. It's hard to expose properly and manually focus with a rangefinder SLR style camera while you're on the go, running and gunning. A lot of these photos I've taken while I was walking, stop, take the photo, and continue walking. I wasn't waiting for hours for someone to pass through a frame. A lot of people do that. They find a composition and they wait for an interesting subject. I have no patience. I have no patience for that. All right, moving on. This is probably one of my favorite photos I've taken the whole year. The wind was coming up, hitting her hair. She's wearing a cool outfit, cool bag. She's on the phone. The sun is blasting her. She's blown out. You can clearly tell she's somewhere old. Cool photo. I actually really like this photo quite a bit. Really, really like this photo. All right. Moving on to the X-T5. All right. This is still in Italy, and this is my wife. She is just looking out into the water. This is Amalfi over here, and I just love the way it looked. So it was wispy, the wispy haze through the air. I thought it'd be a cool black and white. This is one of my favorite photos from Amalfi. This guy was like clearly annoyed at something. But look at what he's wearing. Look at how he's dressed. I mean, this guy is cool. You can tell this guy is cool and doesn't care what people think about him. And I just thought it was cool that I captured him making this face through the crowds. I mean, Amalfi is crowded. Very, very crowded. And through the crowds, I was able to capture this guy. And I'm like, wow. I thought it was cool. So one of my favorite photos, probably in my list for favorite photos. Another one I took in Minori Guys were working out there, looking cool. I mean, these are some old Italian guys, and they look super cool. I'm sorry, they look cool. They got their shirts off. They're all hung up over here on the rack. This guy's got his belly out. I mean, they just don't give two craps about anybody else. They're like, we got some stuff to do, and we're gonna do it. I'm not sure if they ever got anything done. They probably spent like an hour trying to do one thing every time. It was just hilarious to watch. This is in Florence. I actually gave the camera to my wife, and I had the Nikon FE film camera, and I was also taking photos. And I said, hey, just, it's all set up. Just snap photos as I do. I wanted to compare them. X-T5 had way better photos because film you can't bring up the shadows and bring down the highlights like I did here and create a photo like this. You just can't do that with film. So there are some disadvantages to film, and this photo is probably one of my favorite X-T5 photos of the Italy trip. Absolutely love this photo. This photo is actually, well, no, that's the wrong arm. This right here is actually tattooed on my arm right here. And so I thought to myself, while I'm in Italy, I'm going to take that photo. And when I went to Italy for the third time and actually had a real nice camera with me, I took this photo with the X-T5. This one, I took this doing night rain photography with the X-T5. Go check out that video. I love this photo. Clearly tells a story. People on the right eating, people on the left making the food. Actually, Fuji corporate liked and shared this photo on Instagram. So thanks for doing that. I love it too. All right, that is the X-T5. Let us move on to the last camera, the coveted Leica Q3, and this photo. I took this photo on my first trip to Seattle for the project that I was on, and I love the grungy look of it. Two kids playing, got the sky in the background with the dynamic light and the Ferris wheel. It's a grungy look, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it quite a bit, actually. I like this photo a lot. Same thing with this one. It's I decided to go black and white with it because there's pretty much no color here. So I went black and white here, and I love the way it looks. A lot of negative space over here. Clearly the light goes right towards her. Also the leading lines of the wall here point right to her. She's staring at her phone, maybe on a lunch break or something. This is right outside Pike's Place Market. Lots of dynamic light, lots of negative space, lots of leading lines. It's a cool photo. All right. This is a photo I took. The monorails above it in Seattle. Really grungy area. Closer to the Space Needle than downtown. The light was hitting this wall and creating a silhouette as someone passed by. But thought it was a cool photo. Snapped it. Really enjoyed this one. This one I took when I was in Phoenix. I really liked the way the red from his hat, the red from the stop sign, the red from over here, kind of all tied these three pieces of the image together. You got lots of negative space with the light cutting through the buildings, light here, and yeah, it's a cool photo. It's a cool photo. Tells a story. You know what's going on. It says run, but also stop. He's running, but it says stop. I just like the contradiction too, so I thought it was cool. So two interesting looking characters, riding bikes in the Windmill Village area, farm behind them, cows behind them. So you got nature, what looks like two out of place people in a farm nature area. I just thought it was a cool photo. So this lady was super cool with her pink jacket on, walking back from the store. You can obviously see the light was cutting right through the building here. Everything else dark. She was lit up like a torchlight, like a flashlight. So great photo. Love this photo. I love this photo. I have it hung up on my wall back behind me. You can't see. Train station in Harlem. This guy was walking through. I think he worked there. The light perfectly lit the front of him up. The rest of them was still in the dark. Took this with the Leica Q3. Absolutely love this photo. Definitely love this photo. Same as this one. Again, dark space, negative space, light. This is the type of photos I like to take. You have a window shopper. She looks interesting. If you zoom in, she's wearing an interesting outfit, interesting hat. These people are looking away, looking down. I don't know. I just liked it. I like the way it looks. So that's what I do. I snap photos I like. All right, guys. So that is all the photos. That's like my top photos from every brand that I've taken this year. If I had to pick a favorite out of all of them, let me pick out my top 3. All right, guys. All right, finally, I'm gonna go with these 3. These are my top 3 photos of the year right here, and oh my God, they're so hard to pick, and none of them are from Leica. This is what I'm talking about. Like, everyone thinks Leica's the best. The best camera you have is the one you have with you, and the one that gives you the most options to do your job. And for me, to be honest with you, that camera is probably the Ricoh GR3, because no one notices me with that camera. With the Leica, I get noticed like anybody, like everybody else with a Leica. That red dot is like a target. But with the X-T5, with the ZF, and the GR3, for sure, no one ever bothers me. Honestly, Nikon's gonna have to win this year, because I'm thinking this is 40mm. If I had to guess, it does say it right there. Nikon wins, because this is my #1 photo of the year, 100%, hands down. #1 photo of the year is this one right here on the right. Number 2 is going to be the Fuji X-T5 and Seattle, and the Nikon FE film camera is going to come in number 3. This just goes to show you that I'm telling you, the camera doesn't matter. The brand doesn't matter. If you're just taking photos, most of these cameras will do what you want. Unless you're doing sports or weddings or something specific. I've said this so many times. I have taken some of my favorite images with every camera that I've owned. Doesn't matter what I own. The tool, it's just a tool. I'm the one taking the photos. So just grab whatever camera you have and go take photos, even if it's just your phone. Just take photos. Anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed kind of going through these and reminiscing and talking about the moment. I hope you did. I hope it resonates with you. And if it does, don't forget to do the YouTube things. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos. When I get back from Panama, I'm going to be mad rush to put some videos together for you guys. I hate the fact that I'm taking a week off, but please be patient next week while I'm in Panama and creating tons of good content for you guys. If there's anything you want to see while I'm in Panama, let me know by the end of the weekend, because I'm leaving on Monday. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one.